Welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Houston Cougars, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside Houston, ready to boot it deep and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So Florida Atlantic's offense will get the first swing of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
The Owls headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And on the first drive of the game, this defense does it again. They had 2 last week. They get another one early. This defense has been flying around, ball hawking the football.
This offense has it with really good field position. In the red area, it's Sanford. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They are in danger of squandering this great field position unless they can convert this 3rd and 5. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
The kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Card in the backfield, it's Collins. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Brings up second down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Terrell. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Thurman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try the run. Fighting off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Thurman. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Grab near the sticks. It's Peoples. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Grab behind the line. It's King. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Fitted in the window for the score.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
And the Owls will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Defense had to have it. You've got to get off the field quickly and give it back to your offense. When you're trailing by this many points, you can't be on the field long and allow the opponent to bleed the clock. So really nice job up front winning, getting home, getting the sack, now setting up 4th down. And now let's see if their offense can start chipping away at this lead.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They're going to run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give as they work on that clock. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. To the ground with the back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gonna run it. It's Sanford. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Kick is in the air. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Collins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Owls moving quickly to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out. Last game he had 2 sacks, just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the left. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Houston! They jump on top here in OT. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Houston 17, Florida Atlantic 10.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Florida Atlantic trying to get it in from the red zone. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Now first down here in the 2nd overtime. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Touchdown Owls! That score gives them the lead here in the 2nd overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. From the gun, looking for a man. Can't do it better than that. The two-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Martin. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking downfield on first down. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass. Under fire. Touchdown, Houston. With that, now a two-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. Looking to throw. They're stopped on the two-point try, and we are still tied. After the stop, now a two-point try to win the game. The snap sets up to throw. They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the 2, and we play on. Let's do it again, guys, shall we? And we'll see just how far down the play sheet they have to go for this two-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Tremendous execution to get the 2, and now they turn up the heat. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it, they're on the run. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 20. Can you believe that? Scooped up that fumble and took it all the way back for 2. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done.